Hi folks, this is Keith. We're a little bit past the Christmas season, but I hope you guys had a great Christmas. Hope your families had a great Christmas, and hope you really enjoyed yourselves. Perhaps a little bit too much. So what you're seeing right now is my new shop. And I know a lot of you thought we would never get the new shop up and running and never get it going, but we got it going. Here, let me turn that off so you can actually see some stuff. Go down a little bit. So that's an NRI signal generator Model 88. RC, they call it the NRI Professional RC Tester Model 112. That's it's a capacitor checker. And there's a solar, by the way, capacitor checker. This is my new meter, Mastech. Love that meter, that's cool. Heathkit, signal generator, Fluke, and there's a Mercer. What is that thing? It's a Mercer, let's look at it. What do they call exactly? Sweep function generator. It works quite well. Variac, and that's my Isotap. It's a WP25A. Love that thing. Hickok Model 277X, and the shop computer's over there. This is an 80 megahertz frequency counter, and obviously it is HP. And let's see, what have you not seen? Oh yeah. The bottom one is my old Heathkit oscilloscope. So it's a Model 10 4105 and a Ballantine 1010A. Ballantine 1010A. There's my Simpson if I need a really good meter. That Simpson is absolutely accurate. Love that thing. One of my newest acquisitions that I'm going to be working on. This is a DX160, a DX160, and obviously it's realistic, but what's fun is when I got it, you couldn't turn that thing to save your life. And it's funny because a little bit of PB blaster on there and all of a sudden this thing just, easiest thing in the world to turn. Same with this one was so hard I was afraid I was going to break something, you know, while I was working on it. Anyway, as you know, this DX160, and I know most of you know about these, it's got issues. It came from the factory, most of them with issues that they're just not tuned in properly. The calibration's not always there. We need to run through some of the procedures to get it back up and calibrated. It does receive some of the strong stations on AM. Doesn't really do much on shortwave. I don't even think I can pick up the time station. So just so you know, there's a lot of tricks and things like that we can do, and we're going to try out all the tips and the tricks and see if they work. DX160. So we have, that one's actually rebuilt. I got to get a knob and just need one knob. It works fine. It's a great radio. Lot of projects right there. I've had these for a long time. That is a Grundig. And this is a Minerva. And hey, the Minerva actually works quite well. Let's see, what have you not seen? That's a Novum. It actually works quite well. As a matter of fact, there is something weird about the antenna in there that I gotta get into. Down here, sorry about the shaky video, a lot of different projects and actually a lot of cases for a lot of the projects. Gotta get to work on some of these. Love these things. Oh, a few more projects. This is actually the shop stereo, and no, I don't need to work on it. It actually works quite well. That's the Sanyo 77. One of my favorite receivers. Yeah, I don't have it cranked up or anything.
Every Saturday night, Sammy Aggar's Top Rock Countdown. Saturday night from 6 to 8 p.m., Sammy stories down his favorite songs about women.
Start getting into girls.
Fast cars.
Yeah.
Once I got a car, I was done with school.
And of course,
Get rid of that. Gonna be working on this one pretty soon too. It's a neat old radio. What is it? Hard for me to remember all these things we moved. Finally got everything starting to get set back up again. Oh, I'll get the case out and figure it out. It actually works pretty well. That's a Howard. Gotta get it working. Alright, that's actually Western Air Patrol. And it's definitely a 30s radio. Let's see, what have you not seen? Oh, someday I'm going to get to work on that Silvertone, right? I'm kind of saving that. I love that thing. It's one of my favorite radios. We've got a lot of stuff. Shop radios if I need them. I also have a BK Precision 3022. It's a sweep function generator. That thing works really well too. So, anyway, oh, forgot to show you this. I've never messed with this much. Finally got it to start to work. This is the Continental Specialties Corporation. It's a 100 megahertz frequency counter. And in the new shop, I've been using it off and on, checking equipment, because you know how that goes. Equipment can be very questionable as far as accuracy, especially the old stuff. So I've actually been using that a lot to check the Precision E200C. In that, the NRI Signal Generator 88, because they're very useful, you know, when you're working on radios. Problem is, if they're not that accurate, and these two are not. This one and this one are not that accurate, especially in the higher bands. When you get up into the upper bands, they're really not as accurate as you would like. And I know everybody's thinking, well, why don't you use the Hickok Model 277? Well, to be honest with you, that one's probably the most inaccurate of them all. I'm actually going to have to get into that thing and start checking. I bet you capacitors and resistors have drifted and gone, from what I can tell, they've probably gone pretty far out. But we'll just have to see what's going on. But anyway, the new shop. Welcome to the new shop. And yes, there are cars in here. I'm out in the garage. And that's called a heater because this thing's not really insulated. The house is very well insulated and stays very warm and dry and all those things, but shop not so much. And I've got different kinds of equipment down here, tube checkers, tube testers. Let's see, what else have we got? Oh, that's a tube tester. That's a great one. I love that one. And, oh, yeah. Heathkit works. And there's some more stuff over there. Anyway, you kind of get the general idea. Here, let me pause it for a second and I'll set up the E200C, the Precision, because that's always kind of fun. Just to look at, you know, how accurate is it? Is it accurate? Does it need some help? Sorry, I'm bouncing you around. I'll be right back. Let me get it set up. Okay, obviously we're back. That's the it's a Precision Model E200C. It's a standard signal marking generator. They made those things for years, different style cases and configuration. Okay, here is my Continental Services Corporation 100 megahertz frequency counter, and right now it's reading 459.176, but it's 459. I don't know if you can see this, but that's at about 450 here. There's my red line for 455. So there's 455 if I were doing, yeah, so it's actually 460. So let me get this down to 455. I'll show you. And obviously the precision is not completely warmed up. That's going to be about as close, 455, that would be 455.5. So on the signal generator, honestly, it shows 450. So it's off a little bit, not a lot. So the next band up above should be, what is that? I can't see it. 1100, so 1200-ish. Let's see where it's at. Yeah, 1.2, so 1211. Not bad. Close. Let's do next band up. D band. So we're reading 3.56-ish. And where is the D band? It should be about 3. Yeah. It's close. Here's the E band. The E band is on this would be about 11 megahertz. Now this is where things start to go awry. Yeah, 9.7. We ain't anywhere close to 11, and that's why I'm saying the upper, I think we've drifted a little bit because that's what's really happening on all of them. Let's go to the F band. F band is down here, and it's at about 25.6-ish. Yeah. 25.4. 25.5. That's not bad. That was close. Let's go to the G band. 39. Ooh. Okay, now here's where things really drop out. You've got it right. It's 3940 megahertz. I think you can see that. Yeah, it should be at about 48, 49. It should be at 49 megahertz, and we're at 39. So we're about 10 off. Things start to drop out at that point, and H just goes, 33 megahertz, but H band we should be about 100. Well, 95 megahertz. So you can see things are not as accurate as we'd like them to be. But let's be serious, okay? We're working on AM radios. We need a 455 signal so that we can align it. Okay, now I can get that dead center 455, no problem. So can I use the signal generator for a line? Well, yeah, I can, but I have to use, I'll get it down to 455. There you go. 455 line, a little more. So can I use that to align? Sure. It's 455. And it's a nice strong signal. Now obviously this is unmodified RF, and it's working great, and the modified RF works fine. So what I'm trying to show you is that, you know, this old equipment is good, but it's not always the most accurate. Here, let me stop it again, and I'll set up the professional model 88, the NRI. Okay, same type of thing. Let me turn this off, probably help you see a little better. Alright, that's basically at about 1400. That's about as close as I can get and still have it focus. It's basically B-band at about 1400, 1414, 1.4, 1400, same. 1416, 1413, right in that zone. Close enough for jazz. Could I use it for alignment? I could. Alright, C band should be at about 4.123, a little under 4.3. So I think you can kind of see things. Here, let me turn that up a little bit. There we go. 4.2. It's okay. Could I adjust it to get 4.3? I mean, if that's the RF frequency I was looking for, yes, I could. All right, D band. It's about 12.23. It's about 12.3. 9.8. Not happening. All right. E band. 555, it's 657. Oh, I'm sorry, 25, 26, 27, 28. So it should be about 28. 26. Close, and can I adjust it? Yes, I could adjust it as long as I had a frequency counter. F band. Alright, F band, we should be up at about 56, 7, about 57. Yeah, we're not there. So, when we get into the upper higher frequencies, that's where these things kind of drop out a little bit. And that's where I'm going to have to just start checking, because I'm sure there's, you know, capacitors have drifted, stuff has gone wrong, things probably need to be repaired, and I will get to that. That was a fun one. So gives you an idea. Like 1.4 is where it's at right now, and that's on these lower bands. That's great, man. 1.4. We can align almost anything with either one of these two. Have to do a little fiddling, and of course, obviously, we need a great frequency counter, but that's what we got. So you get the idea. We will get to work on the DX160 because I want to use it for DXing, and I want to use it for kind of a shop radio. I think it's going to be a really great radio. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope all your families are doing good. And I did take about 3 videos last night with my old camera, because this one wasn't charged yet. And I gotta tell you, the video quality sucks so bad that I just had to redo it, because wow. I mean, it was, yeah, it was awful. So, just so you know, this thing's a much better camera. Really quite a fine camera. So anyway, we'll make videos off and on. I won't make a lot. You've got people like Joe R. Nunn and Bandiser, and you've got TV Radio Phono Nut, sorry. And you got Shango 66. You've got guys on there that are just real pros, and they know exactly what they're doing. Every single video they put out has great tips, great things that are very helpful for you. Rick McBorder is has written a book. He's forgotten more about electronics than I will ever know as long as I live. And he's done incredible videos, very instructive. If you need help, you should really look at some of those videos. And I will try and put some links to those guys' web pages because they are just absolute, they're real technicians. I mean, they can fix basically anything that comes up in front of them. I'm learning how to do that, but I will by no means tell you that I know what I'm doing because I am nowhere close. And I appreciate it when you tune in, and I thank you for watching. But just so you know, there are guys out there that are extraordinary technicians. And if I need to know something, basically I go to their channels and just, you know, do a search and figure out what it is that they've done. They've done everything I would ever do. And you know, it's quite fun to watch any of those guys that I mentioned do the silver mica disease and pull the mica wafer, mica disc, whatever it is, out, and then put in the correct new modern mica capacitors. I mean, it's fun to watch, and their techniques are incredible. They know what they're doing. They're great guys, and I'm trying to learn. And someday I hope to be half as good as those guys. So anyway, this is Keith. New shop, fun. Thanks for watching. We'll get back to you when we get something going. Hopefully that DX160 over there. Got to go through the alignment procedure. Anyway, we'll see you all later. Have a great new year. I hope that this upcoming 2018 is the best year you've ever had so far. And I will see you pretty soon. Thanks again.